Hey there, so today we have another review. This is a beer from Great Notion. So it's really crazy that Great Notion comes here outside of Alaska, Hawaii. I hardly believe there's any brewery that's harder to get here. I mean, it's like over 3,000 miles, right? Yeah. Like literally diagonal of the US, or I guess this way for you guys. This is Great Notion, so you don't even say anything, but they follow with the same art as they before. And this is double blueberry marshmallow shake. Okay, cool. They don't have a canning date. They don't even have a canning date. For shame. So I actually don't know when this hit my market. Thankfully, ideally this is probably not pasteurized, but um, has sulfites in it, so nothing really happened. So 9% tart ale with blueberry, natural, and artificial flavor. Cool. Fun. Yeah. Love label. Went to the brewery in like, jeez, 2013, 2014, 2015, somewhere around there. Probably 2013, 2014. When they were like pretty young and like, up and coming and hype. And now they're like, the hype brewery, or what were the hype brewery in Portland. And yeah, they're really cool. Try them out. Come all the way from Portland, and they have built bigger facility, blah blah blah. So check the beer out. So wonderful, kind of like a purpley blueberry color, like a kind of like reddish blue kind of thing going on. Pinkish kind of head on the nose. Yeah, I mean it smells like cotton candy. Got the marshmallow in there. Blueberries for days. Smells a little bit like oh geez, what blueberry smells like this? It smells like a combination of actually fresh blueberries. Like it has a like we make beers at Sanford, or we make a beer. It's a blueberry IPA, but like it uses flavoring. This is a combination of like flavoring and like fresh blueberries. So it's like a combination of like if you ever went to like Denny's and had like a blueberry pancake. I don't know if they make those actually. I don't go to Denny's, but let's say you go to a place that makes a blueberry or blueberry waffles or pancakes, and then you use like a blueberry syrup on top of it, right? So you get the artificial and the actual blueberries. Marshmallow as well, cotton candy, quite sweet on the nose. Cheers. It's a big imperial sour too. Ooh, that's a shredder. See, that's the thing I was worried about. I was worried about this beer being overly sweet, and that's not a problem. So nice. The initial impression is that it is a jaw clenching kind of like sourness. Nice. I love that. Like just because now as your palate acclimates, it's a dry beer too, which is quite nice. So dry and sour, and it smells sweet and fruity, which is like the best of the worlds, right? So on the you sort of get this like impression of like, oh man, this is gonna be sweet, marshmallow, cotton candy, like dessert, syrup, blah blah blah. And on the palate, it's like dry, but then also like sour. So it's not like cloying and like So I mean, I guess some people want something that literally tastes like tastes like just fake candy, or stuff my kids would eat or drink. But for me, acidity, dryness, great. Artificial flavors and that kind of like fun thing on the nose, great. Like, so you get the best of both worlds, right? On the palate, follows the nose. Nice kind of like syrupy kind of blueberry thing going on. Reminds you almost like something like a if I could make a blueberry sauce, that would taste like that. So on the nose, it was a little bit questionable, like oh it's gonna taste artificial, but I think the combination, they probably have a little bit of artificial flavor in here, but the combination of actual blueberries and that, it really makes a big explosive wide range of blueberry flavor, and it's not just completely singular. It has a range of the sweetness, a little bit of the bitterness of the seed. It is quite jammy too. Like it seems like you cook down those blueberries, but it has a little bit of the tartness too, because like the actual beer is sour, and blueberries are actually just a sour fruit, right? Like blueberries are honestly like probably one of the least sour berries you could buy. Oh, sorry, least sweet. Yeah, blueberries are actually not that sweet, depending on whether you get the ripe ones. But like strawberries are definitely sweeter. I find raspberries and blackberry. I don't know the honestly, it's like somebody who knows fruit better probably could tell you like the amount of like tartaric acid and blah blah blah, kind of like breakdown of all this. But I find generally blueberries are one of the less, yeah, they're easily one less sweet of the berries, right? Like inside the flesh is white, the skin is pretty tart. Like it's not like you're lucky to find like when you jam some blueberries, like the big ones are the sweeter ones, but they're generally not a very sweet fruit, right? This is the impression of a sweeter, and then you also get the marshmallowy kind of thing, right? It comes off a little bit vanilla-y, so like I guess my kids eat blueberry Eggos, so a little bit of that, but it's more vanilla than that. So like maybe blueberry ice cream, right? But also like pure blueberries in there as well. And then the acidity is now like calmed down, so now like see that's the thing I like the initial impression. That's the cool thing about these sour beers. The initial impression can be dry, sour, ooh, and then that's balanced out. But the beers are still very sour. Nice kind of like lingering kind of lactic acidity in here. Nice kind of lemony tone. Dry. The beer does not taste 9%. This is super dangerous. I honestly really would prefer this beer to be like something like 5, 6, 7, but somehow they went all the way, and it does have impression. It has really rich mouthfeel without being. It's not a smoothie sour, so it's not like creamy, or it's got a creamy full mouthfeel. It's a big beer, but doesn't have that kind of sludgy mouthfeel, right? So, like it's not a pastry sour, so like you find a really beautiful connection of like a desserty sour that's like sour, desserty sour that's actually sour, full sour. Nice complexity of fruit character. This really beautiful kind of like vanilla marshmallowy thing that helps the acidity. It's a dry beer. It's not sludgy. It doesn't have this kind of like you look at this beer. It doesn't have all those chunks or anything in it. So it is sort of a pastry sour, but I think a lot of people associate pastry sours with something where the beer is like, not most, but like partially not beer. A large portion is not beer. Like a large portion of these pastry sours are like 30, 40, 45% just like fruit puree. This beer doesn't feel like that. It maybe somewhere up there, but definitely not like something like 40%, right? Like, I mean, yeah. So anyway, really well executed, if I have to say. This kind of stuff makes me excited. Like, the fact that we live in a world where, people like me can, and even older people than me, like into craft beer, can complain about like hazy IPAs and pastry stouts and pastry sours and fruited this, fruited that. This makes sense. Like the things just tick. Like the balance is correct. It has that sweet aromatic. You're not quite sure we're getting to. Hits in a sour, and then you get like, oh, it has blueberry thing, but the blueberries are complex, right? Like it has blueberry compote, blueberry muffin, blueberry waffles, and unripe blueberries, sour blueberry, tannic blueberry, and then it has a marshmallow thing, and then also has nice kind of like full mouthfeel without being sludgy, full acidity, dry. Thumbs up. For fruited sours, this has to be an A+. For my opinion, I actually do like this kind of stuff, honestly. So when they impress me this well, like I'll give a great rating. Yeah, it's really good. We'll say there's a little booze on there. I think this beer would maybe accomplish something better at like 7.5, because you get a little bit of that thing going on, but let's go with a 97 minus. Great Notion. Yeah, you can't see it. Double, I can't even read it. Double blueberry marshmallow shake. Darn good. Cheers. Until next time. Let me know what you think about Great Notion. What do you think about like pastry houses, all that cool stuff. 97 minus. Cheers later.